What's going on, everybody, and welcome to my 31 and 31 film review. Every day this month, I am going to be putting out another review for a horror movie that I am watching. I have some in here that are suggested from me from my friends, and I will give them a shout out for each video that I do or each movie that I do that they've suggested. So tonight, the first one right off the bat was a movie that I have yet to see before I seen this movie. I want to give a big shout out to Jedi Master Grady. Thank you for the suggestion. Um, Ryan Grady, thank you. He suggested Strays, which he started to talk about it, and I'd never seen it before from '91. And he's like, dude, it scared me as a kid. So I was like, all right, let me check this out. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I put that as my first film of my 31 and 31? So let me give you a little backstory on the plot. Um, a couple from New York moved down to the country to this nice little house, and their dream starts to become a nightmare, seeing as they're not the only occupants to this house. And the other occupants are four furry legged cats. Now, I know people say cats are awesome. I love cats. I don't mind cats. I don't want a cat after this movie. So, the story, for being a 91 movie, it's not bad. It's pretty good. Um, it looks like a Lifetime ABC film, to be honest with you, but that's not a negative. It had a lot of heart, had some very good jump scares, and I thought it was really, really good. Now, the thing I thought was kind of cool was right off the bat in the beginning, the old grandmother or whatever, the old owner of the house, and then you have this cat who decides to just rally these other cats and kill this old woman. And through this movie, you get to see all these cats, and they look cute, and you're like, oh, they're little kitties. And then they're run by a mangy looking, fucking nasty, rabies infested fucking gray cat that looks like Church from the original Pet Cemetery. But this cat, it might be the same actor cat, to be honest with you, because in Hollywood they use the same animals. This cat, though, in this role, makes Church from Pet Cemetery look like a baby kitten. Like, this cat is crazy. Like, and he's running all these other cats. So I wonder what this cat has on these other cats. Maybe these cats saw him do something, or he saw those cats do something. Nah, I'm just playing. Um, so let's get right down to it. So as a movie, pretty damn good. The plot was easy to follow. It wasn't complicated. It was very simple. Again, you can tell it was done in '91. Not much money was thrown into it, which again isn't a bad thing because they did what they needed to do and it was really good. The scares were good. The performances were great. Uh, that fucking gray cat scared the fuck out of me. I never wanted that kind of gray cat ever again because that cat was fucking nuts. The only thing I laughed about, and so did my girlfriend, was like there was a moment at the end where, and I'm sorry, there's spoilers, but this is a movie from '91, so I mean you can't really spoil something that's been out over 20 years. There's a moment where trying to get out of the house, and they're in this room, and this cat learned how to undo the screws in the vent, and me and my girlfriend are like, "Come on!" And we laugh about it because it's funny, and we're like, "Come on!" So they shove a pillow in there, and they're like, "Oh, we're safe." The cat just starts going poof, 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 trying to get the pillow out. I'm like, come on. It's a very great film, to be honest. I loved it, and I thought it was good. Is it replayability? Not really. Once you've seen it once, it's okay. But I'm glad to see it once because it was really good. So for this movie, I'm giving this movie a 3 out of 5. The reason why I'm taking 2 stars off from a perfect film because it's not a perfect film. It's from the '90s. It's definitely dated. You can tell dated in the way it looks. The acting performances are dated. You can definitely tell this is from a different time. Um, But again, it's not a bad thing, even though it's not a perfect film. Not many films, in my opinion, get a perfect film rating of 5 and 5. But it's not bad. Like literally, it's not a bad film. So if you can go right now, last time I checked, it was on YouTube for free. Just look up Strays 91 full movie, and you should be able to find it. Again, it was a charming little horror film. It looked like one of those Lifetime ABC. Actually, that's what I thought it was an ABC film that they used to do back in the day. If you remember back in the 90s, they did like these horror movies for ABC. They did Strays, they did The Omen 4. Um, that was a direct to TV movie, same as the Strays. That looked like I mean, maybe it's not a direct to movie or direct to TV movie. It looks like one, so I might be too shy. Maybe not 100% on that, though it does look like a direct to TV movie. They look like they're in that line with like how Strays was with Omen 4, Troll, stuff like that. All these directed movies, which weren't bad. So again, I give this a 3 out of 5. This is the kickoff point for my 31 and 31. My next film that I'm going to be reviewing next is going to be Suitable Flesh, from a story from H.P. Lovecraft, which is really weird, but not too bad. I'll get into that tomorrow. But again, every day I will have a new review for everybody, so be on the lookout for that. And again, my new podcast, Crimson Crawley's Horror Show, that will be popping off really soon, probably in November, because I want to do this 31 and 31 to get this set up, do this, see how well it does, and then see where we go from there. So until the next review, keep it creepy, my friends.